Okay.
Hello, Marcus.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right, so you are the promoter of this important project of the Singers of United Lands. What's the Singers of United Lands?
It is an organization which purpose is to develop relationships between people from different cultures and different countries using music from their native countries as the method by which they build those relationships.
But how did this project start, in fact?
I started many years ago as a teacher, a music teacher in schools, and I also had the unique opportunity to travel to many different countries around the world. And I met people and musicians and singers from many different countries. And every time I would return to the United States, I would discover more and more that people in my country, in the U.S., were relatively unaware of things that were happening in the world. And I wanted to be able to find a creative way to expose people in my country to the wonderful human beings that I had met from different countries. And the best way that I could think to do that was to invite musicians and friends that I had met from their home countries, have them come to the United States to share from a first-person, personal perspective about their different cultures and their languages and, of course, their music.
And up to now, because it's the 12th year that the project is being held, right?
Yes, this is the 12th season.
Do you think you are close to the objective, to the goal that you fixed in the beginning?
I certainly hope so, and I think that the longevity of the program of 12 years speaks for itself. The first year that I did it, it was simply an experiment, and it was just a project I thought would happen only one time. But the students that had a chance to meet with the singers of this first season were so excited about the opportunity, as were the administration and the teachers of those schools, that they said to me, please bring this group and this program next year. And it's been 12 years. So I think that it's accomplishing its mission.
Good, but we have also noticed that this project is not only in the United States. You have taken it all over the world.
Yes.
Why?
I've had the opportunity to bring the same programming that we offer here in the U.S. to other countries because of the dedication of former members of this group. So, for example, the first 4 singers that I invited in 2004, after the 6 months project in the U.S., they returned to their 4 different home countries. Of course, this was 12 years ago. So now those 25-year-old singers from 2004 are in their mid to late 30s. They've, of course, excelled in their professional careers. And some of the singers over the last few years from this project have returned to their home countries and have found themselves in positions where they are able to invite this project into their home countries. So we've had the opportunity now to travel to, I think, 10 different countries outside the United States, hosted by former members of this program who have experienced the project from a singer's perspective, and they want to also bring the program to their home country, just as I wanted to do for the United States.
When we go through the project, we see the mission that you have defined for this project, that is to develop international and cultural relationships from vocal music from around the world.
Yes.
Is this what you want the whole world to get as core value of this project?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, my purpose is simply to unite people and bring them together to help them understand each other's similarities and differences. And because I'm a musician by training and by experience and background, the way that I can accomplish that is to find other musicians who share the same desire and simply allow, by nature, the nature of this program and singers from different cultures working together, it exemplifies the purpose. So it's my hope, although I don't create some magical recipe, it just simply is by nature accomplishing the purpose, bringing singers from different cultures together and to unify in music.
But we can also imagine that it is not that easy to organize such a project. What are the main challenges that you have been facing?
Yes, there are several things that must occur for this project to exist that have nothing to do with the program itself. For example, bringing singers into the United States with the proper governmental documents and the permissions to be able to legally work here. This is a huge accomplishment every year. And I'm not just working with one U.S. embassy, but every year each singer must go to their own respective U.S. embassy, seek governmental permission from the United States to enter the United States and work here for a period of several months. And this is a very long, expensive, complicated process which requires patience from myself as well as from the respective singers. So they also must make a large commitment and trust that the U.S. government will grant them permission simply to be here and do this project.
Okay, more personally, what does this project bring to you as Mr. Lapratt? I mean, what is it? How do you feel when you see this project running as the one who initiated this project?
It's very gratifying. It's very humbling. I do not do it for myself. So, although the rewards for me personally are unlimited, I continue every year to do this program for people who live in my country that don't have the experience to travel outside and to meet folks from Cameroon or from Iran or Ecuador or Thailand. There are endless numbers of American people who will never visit those cultures or those countries. And so by bringing ambassadors from those countries into the U.S., it's accomplishing the goal. So I don't do this program for myself. I do it for 300 million American people who won't have the opportunity to interact with people from around the world if I don't do it. So it's very humbling for me, and the growth culturally that I've experienced is unlimited. But I don't do it for myself. There are definitely other things that I could do for myself to benefit me professionally or financially or otherwise. So it's a personal sacrifice that I make because I need people in my country to have this exposure.
All right, now to conclude this interview, what is the main message that you want to send to the whole world? Because this is by itself a message that you are sending, but we want to hear something coming from you to the whole world concerning this initiative that you have had.
Oh, it's quite a question. I don't know if I can justify fully this question with a good answer. I will continue to do this program as long as I feel that people are having their minds opened and their hearts exposed to different cultures, and as long as relationships between different cultures continue to be built, I will continue to do this program. There are many people who have their only international exposure come to them from the media and from the television or from the news, and I strongly believe that a more impactful, authentic exposure to different cultures is to have one-on-one personal relationships built between people, face-to-face, interactive, from between different cultures. So I will continue as long as I can to let this program continue.
That is the spirit of a true humanitarian, Mr. Lapratt. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gaspard.
Okay.